Hello, this is my topic 8 assignment for the class CYB 300 data breaches. The one I chose is Capital One in the year of 2019. According to court papers in Capital One, Ms. Thompson stole 140,000 social security numbers and 80,000 bank account numbers in the breach. Paige Thompson, 33 years old, from Seattle, she was accused of hacking 30 or more companies as well and cryptojacking, allegedly. It was a significant incident resulting from a misconfiguration web application firewall. It exposed sensitive customer data, led to financial penalties, legal consequences, reputation damage, and even operational distributions. Capital One implemented a comprehensive remediation plan to enhance cybersecurity and prevent future breaches. Now I'm going to talk to you about the root cause, the preventative measures, risk exposure, monetary damages, the recommendations for prevention, and the cost of damages and proposed remediation from Capital One. Capital One used WAF as a security measure to protect its web applications from various cyber threats, including SQL injection attacks. In this case, a rule designed to block a certain type of traffic, a particular method used in HTTP requests, was misconfigured and it was set to allow instead of block. The attacker, Paige Thompson, got an unauthorized access to the sensitive information of Capital One systems and company infrastructure, which requests that should have been blocked by the WAF were instead allowed due to the misconfiguration, unfortunately. The breach had a significant repercussion, leading to financial penalties, lawsuits, damage to Capital One's reputation, and a heightened focus on cybersecurity across the industry. Now, some preventative measures and recommendations for preventing this is to continue monitoring security systems. This includes real-time threat analysis. Promptly identifying and addressing security incidents can reduce dwell time and adapt to the changing attack tactics. Proper configuration and regular auditing of security controls such as WAF. It will guard against vulnerabilities and attacks. Mitigate human errors by regularly auditing and stay current with your security controls and up to date. And lastly, employee training and awareness. All employees should be like a human firewall and have awareness and training on the material and information. Prevent misconfiguration by properly being trained in this field and have education on it. Some risk exposures. Exposure of sensitive and personal information during this breach. It was a risk to the individuals, which could lead to identity theft, financial fraud, and other fraudulent activities on your account. Access to approximately 106 million names, addresses, credit scores, social security numbers, and personal information. That is very scary. Another risk exposure includes the reputation, public scrutiny, and media attention that Capital One entailed. The breach had a severe impact on Capital One's reputation. Public perception of the company suffered, leading to a loss of trust among customers. And unfortunately, Capital One had to rebuild that trust, and that can be very challenging and time-consuming. And lastly, a class action lawsuit. They've faced multiple class action lawsuits that were affected by the individuals seeking compensation for damages resulting from the breach. And then in the end, the legal costs, they just incurred those additional legal fees and expenses from these lawsuits. So it wasn't good financially for the company. Some monetary damages are regulatory and legal consequences. So Capital One had monetary fines. Regulatory authorities imposed substantial fines on Capital One. For example, the OCC imposed an $80 million fine. Can you believe that? Data breaches often lead to regulatory investigations and legal actions. And unfortunately, Capital One faced scrutiny from regulatory bodies such as the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, and the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA. These are important companies that resulted in legal consequences. The cost of damages and proposed remediation from all this. In conclusion, the cost of damages resulting from the Capital One data breach was substantial. According to CBS News, approximately $80 million was affected, encompassing regulatory fines, legal settlements, reputation damage, operational distribution, and increased cybersecurity investments. The proposed remediation efforts include a multifaceted approach to enhance cybersecurity measures, employee training, incident response capabilities, and often monitoring to prevent similar breaches in the future. And this is my presentation. Thank you.